order. The idea was simple but revolutionary. Truth was not created by power. Power existed to serve truth. Every person, from farmer to priest, was responsible for maintaining balance by living truthfully. Asher was light, and light had no hierarchy. The early church could not accept that. For its structure to survive, truth had to be something only it could interpret. The moment truth became universal, the system of control dissolved, so the definition changed. Truth was turned into doctrine. Asher became faith. Its mirror was covered by commandments, its light filtered through ritual. The idea that every human could reflect divine order was buried beneath centuries of theology.
We live in exciting times. The Ayatollah pretty much just make sure you're having a good cycle. Whatever your purchase is, whatever your food is, whatever your deposit is, make sure it's all a good cycle. It could mean a lot of things. I don't know. You think that I know, but I really don't. I mean, I can look at it one way, I can look at it another way. Yesterday was big symbolism when I went to Geisha House. You know, my brother's sister says she always has an explosion after Japanese. I just did it subconscious. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, I'm going there. That's what I wanted. That's what my taste buds wanted. And there's this Russian that says they have the best Navy in the world. A Russian woman says that Russia has the best Navy in the world. She says that outside Geisha House as I'm waiting with like the car door open, to getting ready to go in at 11:30. And I charge my phone there. And when I'm inside, then during the meal, he's like at the chef sushi bar and drink bar. I'm at the booth on the other side of it, in front of it, in the corner, charging my phone and having a good meal. It was all good. I ate pretty much all of it. And I did get a good deposit afterwards. So he's like, first course is over. And then he says these three things that were all Jesus, Rahab, and Eve. And like Eve was like chase, like if I see the light, then it's go time, something like that. Jesus was like the Mexicans or the blacks and getting with them. And then Rahab was like something related to blackout time. So that's like a Watchman watch for that, for blackout time. It was in a bad sense. It wasn't that it was Murray Watchman or Prophecy Woman. It was in a bad sense. So that's a Watchman warning going out, just like the Mackenzie scrolls of the Irvine Irishman at a water polo house. Because I got confirmation on this from the horses today. There's a horse called Blackout Time. So then a man gets popcorn from the store next to Geisha, and his shirt was like along the lines of, I'm doing this all right now with the A. I'm with the A. So how am I going to watch all these videos and do it in like 5 years? I understand. I understand that mentality. If you're in the trenches right now, why would you need to redo it all? I understand that. I understand that. Okay. The dark side of that is The Ring film, where people can't die and they're witches in 1,000 years from now, your real futuristic society, and anyone who watches my videos has a horrible life, and the witches torture them. So Obama saw things like that, and they put it in Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11 is very important to me. I keep going back to it because I found it when I was in a dark place, and it meant so many different things of what Obama and Don Denny put into it, and Mitchell. And I thought about Mitch yesterday. I was like, I wonder how Mitch would operate in these times. I mean, just the darkness I feel when I wake up in the morning or at night, or in the afternoon. It's like deep darkness that I have to peel off of my flesh, just like Neo in the Matrix. I have to peel it all off all day. It's like a wrapping plasticoid. So no, I don't know. Okay, I mean, yes, it could be that the Watchmen have a seal, that they're being sealed by wages of sin. I've seen some of that, which is deaths in the news. I've seen types of deal parameters. I've seen all these things. We belong together. The Harry Styles, I think that's good symbolism. I think it's along the lines of Ben V, and his communication with the native woman, and I don't think it's sexual. I think it's like he's comparing France, what happened in 2015, which are, it's all comparable, but this Buford is trying to attack our relationship. You see that, right? It's the Buford is saying like it's all this comparison stuff, because even the shirt from Geisha was like, well, I'm credible, and it doesn't matter that I didn't do it before because I'm doing it now. Talking about the month cycle, it counts in April, all of that. And I'm not, look, no, it's all good. It's all good, man. I'm not, like, we shouldn't even compare this stuff. Like, it's not even like that at all, okay? But this Harry Styles is kind of like in between us, and he's with the relationship of Liz, Ben V with the Don Denny trust fund, with how I fit into that. And it's like all three of us are doing this Harry Styles. And then you toss in Mr. Tackpans and Ford, who people think were in the bed together, and they're down the rabbit hole of that. So just be on the lookout for this. It's not true about Canada and Florida, and the trust fund, I don't have a lot of hope in for some sort of relationship where we would be together, okay? I just don't see it working out in the tenant system the way it is. I'm sorry. I just, and then also like the trifangular that Mr. Minister Paul was talking about is that it got real crude. It was because then Majority Report did something, and the man that was, he might have been LGBTQ plus, one of those, or maybe two or three. And he was on the Majority Report, and he said, some good points. And I wanted to tell him they're a life sum. And that's Jesus's life sum. And they don't usually have a voice, man. Like, this was good symbolism that you were talking about the taxes and the law that went into place and that Trump put in, and it was actually good because it gave them a voice. It was not that everything was going to be made easier. It actually made things harder because it was so a culmination of their whole life. Because the Watchman's ceiling that I helped put together, encade them through my brandings, and through my scrolls in the Bible. But they did it all violator spawn glory themselves. Okay, I'm just saying I pushed for this. I want you to know that I was pushing for this so that you would have a voice and that you would have a seal. Going back to Eazy-E and the Oklahoma bombing of the Esau burdens. And that Ben V stood up for those. He was the main one in the field. And all of you have done miraculous feats. All of you have. From Dutchens to Dabu to Jonathan Kleck, Grox. And so it was to do these circle backs where it would be like a circle of life like Lion King. Not the dad part of it, just that it makes sense, that it's a whole culmination. And Wendy's has gone downhill. Wendy's went way downhill. They almost went out of business. That's how bad they were. I think now they're doing okay, but I wouldn't recommend eating there right now. And then so yes, the sealing of the Watchman and how it affected the law that went into effect, it was a whole culmination. It's not for short timers or people trying to get away with something or the revolvers of Trump. It was not the revolvers of Trump where just have a replacement. That's not what it was. That's not what it was. Okay. So, but the actual prophecy was real crude. So I'm sorry about that. And then the Spanish man that went on to Majority Report said some really scary things yesterday. He was talking about having a bee hell and no seed at the end of it, which means what you suffered in your cell and torture, you would not produce an offspring that would be stronger than you are to carry on the human race. And that was by the Chobby Hell, the take down the channel of Majority Report that the Spanish man was pushing for. He did not understand when you said guns. He thought you were talking about muscles. And then we have Buford, and then we go down the rabbit hole, and it was all like it was a U-turn. and it was a total misunderstanding. I know that's not what you were saying. And if you were saying that, I get the way that you were saying it. It's not anything bad. So they're real militant, and they have the Arabs behind them. And so you see this perfect storm, like, will it go this way? Will it go this way, or will it go that way? Will it go this way or that way? Am I going to be in the mix? Am I going to be in the mix? Or are we just doing a, you ain't getting checks, Big Sean, so, just take the mark of the beast, and that's it, which is very, very honorable, that if that were a free pass. But I'm saying that's how they look at it. Okay, don't take the mark of the beast. Don't ever take the mark of the beast. I'm saying the industry, they look at things spiritually in an manner. Everyone else, the Old Testament kings. So we'll see what they do, We'll see what they do. Thank you. Have a good night. Yes, everyone is doing a great job. I'm really thrilled. I'm sending DMs, and I'm doing what I need to do. It's just what my seal allows me to accomplish in our present reality on Earth, besides making videos with my face on them.